mines. I went to a market, a vintage market. Let me tell you, I paid $16. $16. Well, 15 for both of these shirts and $1 for a pair of pants. Great deals, people. Great deals. Do you know why we're here today? Because I got a review video. I haven't made a review video in a minute. It's because I've been streaming. Little Nightmares 3. Great game. It was a good game, but I'm not gonna review that. Not yet. No. This is for something else. Because the title doesn't say Little Nightmares 3. So we're not doing Little Nightmares 3 yet. This is for Hulk 2003. Hulk 2003 is surprisingly a great fucking movie. It's really good. I liked it. I obviously there's some things I don't like about it, but it's a solid fucking Hulk movie, let me tell you. I like the MCU. Okay, I do. I know it only has one Hulk movie. Wasn't the Hulk movie the first Marvel movie? MCU movie, I mean. Was it that or was it Iron Man? I don't know, one of the two. But what I do know is that movie I need to do a review movie on, because I can't really say if it's shit or not. I haven't seen it in like a good 7 years. Stay hydrated. But Hulk 2003 was really fucking good. It's a solid Hulk movie. We don't get those at all. We don't get Hulk movies anymore. It's sad. It's a shame. Hulk is in my top 5 MCU heroes, or Marvel heroes in general. The movie, it's an origin movie. It's a good origin movie. It's not one to one with the comics, but it's like, yeah, the way he gets his powers is kind of weird, but it's like it kind of rolls, you know. It kind of goes, you know. Because in the comics, he gets hit by a fucking nuclear bomb, like a giant fucking gamma bomb. And this, it's like a machine malfunctions or whatever, and he goes to save his friend. I don't think his friend is Rick Jones. I'm pretty sure in the comics that's the guy he went to go save, and that's the reason why he turned into the Hulk. But he saved somebody. I don't remember the guy's name, but he gets turned into the Hulk or whatever, and it just starts kicking off. And I should probably let you guys know, in the beginning of the movie, it kind of builds up towards it. It shows, and this is why I like the movie. It shows how I like it. I love it so much. I love it so much. It shows how it shows his child trauma, and it shows his father, which for some reason they made his father the absorbing man, which is weird. But his father, Brian Banner, is the absorbing man. He doesn't get to that point yet. He's still just a regular dude, but he's a scientist first in the 80s or whatever. I don't know, whatever time this was. And he was living, Bruce Banner, his father, Brian Banner, and his mother were living in a nuclear, like, townhome or whatever, some shit like that, in the 80s, I think. And for some reason, or, well, surprisingly, not surprisingly, but it's interesting because the town that they lived in, or not town, it's like a very small neighborhood for, like, I guess, stationed military people or whatever, and their families can live there. But it's also a nuclear testing site. Um, Betty Ross lives there too as a child. That's an interesting point that they bring up in the movie. Sometime near the middle part of it, but yeah. So the father got fired for doing illegal experiments, and the guy who fired him was actually Thaddeus Ross. And Thaddeus Ross is played by a very great actor, Sam Elliott. Sam Elliott. Sam Elliott's a good actor. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know if y'all know about Sam Elliott. He's pretty good. He got some movies under his belt. Let me tell you. He is. Damn, he was in Ghost Rider too. That's crazy. I totally forgot about that. Hold on. I'm looking up. Yeah, he was in Roadhouse. He was good in Roadhouse. God, he looks the same, bro. He was in Roadhouse. He was in Hulk. He was in Ghost Rider. He was in The Big Lebowski. The Big Lebowski was pretty good. He was in. Damn, he is still making films and shows. He is very active. All right, sidetracked a little bit. I want to get into the actor who plays Bruce Banner, Eric Bana. Not Eric Banner. It's Bana. Bana. I think he plays a great Bruce Banner. I think. I like Mark Ruffalo. Edward Norton's Hulk is pretty interesting. I gotta watch the movie again. I haven't seen it in a while. I can't say nothing about it, but I didn't really pay attention that much to the acting in general. I think the acting was decent. It was right for the film. I think it was great. But he played a great Hulk. Let me tell you, when he played a great Bruce Banner, and he played a great Hulk, man. He played a really great Hulk. I think I think they really tore like the Hulk comics and really put them in the movie, because like there's a scene that he's looking in the mirror, he's wiping it, and that's like in the beginning of the movie to show his face, and then and later in the movie he does it again, but it's like in a dream, and in the dream he wipes it, but it's the Hulk on the other side, and it's interesting. The Hulk was using his finger instead of his full hand, because his hands he's too big, and he busts through the mirror and grabs him, calls him a puny human. It was great. Listen, from what I remember, because I got to rewatch the whole MCU to do some movie reviews for those, but from what I remember, the Hulk doesn't have speaking lines up until, what was it, Ragnarok, Thor Ragnarok. And it's like, bro, it's sad, man. I've heard a lot, like they don't know what to do with him in the MCU. I've heard, what, I think it was the Russo brothers. They made him Smart Hulk in Endgame because they just didn't know what to do with him. What they said, I'm pretty sure, was he's too powerful, and that's his whole thing. He's the strongest there is. It's like you can't you can't nerf a beloved character just because he is what he is, you know. And I find it weird that, I mean, I guess Thanos had the stones or whatever, but I don't really fuck with the fact that Thanos pieced him up and then made him all scared and didn't want to come out. I feel like the Hulk would have been great in Infinity War, just popping out of the machine last minute. That would have been great. We just don't see Hulk anymore, which I'm getting so off topic right now, but if they decide, well, no, they're rebooting the MCU. I was gonna say, if they didn't reboot the MCU, they could have did like a Hulk movie where he's mad that Bruce Banner like basically shunned him away, because you gotta keep in mind that's the second half of him. That's a whole other thing. It could have came back, been real mad. Anyways, that's besides the point. Brand New Day is bringing him back. Well, we might see him in there. Savage Hulk, hopefully. I pray. We need more Hulk. Hulk is very underrated. He's not being treated well in the MCU. Um, Back to the 2003 movie. It was really good. Connelly plays Betty Ross, and obviously we all know she's a very fine actress back in the 80s and 90s, you know, those kind of movies. Anyways, she did pretty good too. Stan Lee makes one of his famous cameos in this movie too, as a security guard, and he's the second security guard. The first security guard is actually interesting. He's played by the original Hulk actor from the 80s or the 90s, one of the two. I don't remember. I thought that was pretty interesting. But yeah, so back to the movie at hand. Um, it shows Bruce's daily life as a scientist holding in all of his anger, and his father is slowly stalking him, and I'm pretty sure he's the cause of why the machine malfunctioned and made Bruce the way he is. But yeah, that, and I guess Thaddeus Ross is trying to get back. He's trying to like talk to his daughter again because I guess they're not on speaking terms. But um, oh, shot, he was in the movie. I'm sorry, I'm reading the actors' names and everything. Uh, Glenn Talbot. That's the guy's name that he's always bugging Bruce. We'll get into him in a little bit, but yeah. So he gets turned into Hulk, and he slowly. I guess you could say it brings out the rage in him because I guess throughout his whole life he's kept that anger inside, and it should. That's why I'm saying I like the flashbacks because it shows him as a child taking out his anger on like his toys, showing that beast in him, and he never lets out. And I guess when he gets that gamma, that beast takes the gamma and I guess pushes out as a different person. And it was gas. Let me tell you, it. I don't. Obviously, this was 2003. The CGI wasn't that good, but like, it was a pretty good take on Hulk. Let me tell you, the design was pretty cool. I mean, they could have done a little more because his head was kind of big, but they kept it 1-to-1 with the comics in terms of how Hulk is. He gets bigger the more he's angry. He gets stronger the more he's angry. I don't think I've seen the MCU do that. I don't think they no. I don't think they did that at all. No. It it really it's a pretty good movie. It's a solid movie. Um, it gets to a point where now Thaddeus Ross knows that Bruce Banner's the monster that destroyed the because when he turns into the monster for the first time, he destroys the lab or whatever, and Ross is like he's like interrogating him or whatever. Betty's trying to keep the situation chill, and they take him to how do I say it? It's pretty chill, surprisingly, because you would think that Ross would be trying to kill him, which he does get to, but in the beginning he's understanding. After he hulks out like two more times, he brings him to a military base, and they try to keep things chill and study him, I guess, to keep him contained. But I guess the company or whatever, the organization that Ross is working for gets bought out, and Glenn comes back into the picture, the asshole that I was talking about from earlier. I didn't talk about it much because he's kind of like, he's just there to stir shit up, and he stirs it up. He makes him Hulk out again in the facility all the way down, just because he needs a blood sample for testing to make money off of him. And Ross wasn't agreeing with it, all that, but he bought out the company, so Ross didn't really have a say in it. But he hulks out again. Bruce hulks out again. Kicks the shit out of Glenn. I'm pretty sure he dies because he fucking. It was great. He escapes the military base. He dips out of there, and we get a scene where he's out of a water fountain, or not a water fountain, but a puddle in the desert. And he's contemplating, Hulk's contemplating, he's learning, it's interesting. I I really hope they do a future solo Hulk movie again because we need it desperately. Um, if they recast, they have to fucking. They need to make it. They need to make it. Um, fucking. Yeah, and he rampages. He gets to the city because Ross is chasing him, and Betty meets him somewhere in the city, and she calms him down, and they capture him again. And during all that's happening, I forgot to mention his dad, Bruce's dad, sent like mutated dogs to kill Betty, but he stops them. But anyways, that's besides the point. They capture him, and then they go for his dad. His dad, during that entire time while he was rampaging through the city, his dad went through the same experiment that his son went through, that he basically set him up for. But instead of turning into a Hulk, he turns into he gets the absorbing powers. He becomes a absorbing man, and he purposely allows them to capture him because his main goal is to get the gamma energy from his son to become stronger. And let me tell you, it was a great final act. I don't think I actually, now that I think about it, I don't think I have any negatives on the movie. Probably the CGI. The CGI. The editing. If anybody has seen 2003 Hulk, the editing is fucking horrendous. This is like cap cut level editing is what they did. There were some scenes where they didn't do that much editing like how they did, but there'll be shots where it's like switching back and forth left and right, and it's just weird. It's so weird. But besides that, and thank God they didn't do it for the final fight because that would have ruined it. But the final fight happens, and the father's put in front of Bruce, and he escapes out of his chains or whatever. And he starts doing this electric shit. He's turning evil or whatever. He's causing a bunch of shit. Ross is like trying to contain them or whatever, but they escape because Bruce hulks out and starts fighting his father, and that's what his dad wants. He wants him to hulk out so he can steal his power, and it's such a great fight. Like the way it plays out is they fight, and it. He takes his power and it makes him weak. But the thing is, that makes him mad too. And the thing is, like I said before, it's one-to-one to the comics. The more angry he gets, the more stronger he gets. So while they're fighting, once again, a great fight, Absorbing Man throws him into the lake, into the water, trying to drown him and take his power. And what follows is something great. He hits him with a line telling him to sleep now, Bruce, and give me all your power. And Bruce responds, and this is what I like, because remember, he's two different people, Hulk and Bruce. He goes, "You think you can handle it? Take it." And then Hulk goes in and says, "Take it all," yells it out, "Take it all," and shoots out all of his gamma energy, and it's overloading his dad or whatever to the point where he can't take it anymore, and he basically turns into a giant bubble and pops and dies, which is weird. But besides that, it's a weird death. That's probably the one thing I didn't like. It was a weird death. But after that, he sees Betty one last time, and then he escapes. Ross is like lost. He doesn't know where Bruce went. I guess now he's like on a hunt for him. But then it picks up in Guatemala, I think. I don't know, fucking some jungle area. And he's trying to help people. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to help people that are sick because he's a doctor, and some military gang or whatever pulls up and stops him and takes all the medicine, says that he's like helping the allies or whatever, or he's helping the enemy, and he hits him with the classic Bruce Banner line, "You won't like me when I'm angry," but in Spanish or whatever it was. I don't remember the language, but that's how the movie ends. It was a solid Hulk movie, origin story for Hulk. And I should bring it up now. I'm gonna start rating my movies differently. Instead of 1 out of 10, I'm gonna do like 1 out of 100. I'm gonna give this a 64. 64 is what I'm gonna give it. I would rank it higher. It's just the editing, the CGI. Obviously, it's not good for its time, but that's what I'm editing. That's why I'm rating it because fuck you. That's why. Yeah, it was a great movie. Solid Hulk movie. I think people should watch it. I don't know if it got hate. I imagine it did get hate. I don't know. This was back in 2003, but it was a good movie. Kevin Feige actually worked on it, so I think he was a director on it. Um, Let me see. Yeah. Damn. IMB gave it a 5.7 out of 10. 63% on Rotten Tomatoes. Letterboxd 2.4 out of 5. Director Ann Lee. Sequel The Incredible Hulk. See, it says it's not canon to the MCU, but it's a sequel to The Incredible Hulk. Or the sequel is Incredible Hulk. Uh, yeah. It did say Kevin Feige worked on it though. Just keep that in mind. But it's on Netflix. You guys should watch it. It's a pretty solid Hulk movie. It's a good watch. Yeah, I'm excited to be back. There's a lot. There's a lot going on. I think you guys will be excited to see what's gonna happen in the near future. Um, Actually, let me have a gaming account. It's called Elixir Gaming. Capital ELIX, capital R, space, capital G, Gaming. And my profile is a burrito that looks like Surge from System of the Down. You guys should watch those gaming videos. They're pretty interesting. They're pretty fun. I just beat Little Nightmares 3. Solid game. Really great game. Those games are fucking great. Anyways, yeah, that, and you should watch my. You should also check out my other channel, the Film Experts. Capital T, HE, no space, capital F, Film, no space, capital E, Experts with an S at the end. And it should have like a profile picture of me holding, like a little teddy bear thing. I'm writing a film. I'm writing a short film that you guys will like. It's not gonna come out anytime soon, but it's coming. Yeah, you should click off the video now.